Ilara's journey into a life of volunteering began not with a grand epiphany, but with a reluctant sigh and the promise of extra credit in her 10th grade civics class. The assignment was simple: dedicate 10 hours to community service. Most of her classmates opted for easy tasks, shelving books at the local library or helping out at school events. Ilara, seeking something a little less mundane, stumbled upon an advertisement for the local animal shelter, Paws and Claws. The poster depicted a scruffy, three-legged dog with the most mournful eyes she'd ever seen. A flicker, not of obligation, but of curiosity, sparked within her. Her first shift was a sensory overload. The cacophony of barking, the distinct smell of wet dog and disinfectant, the constant buzz of activity. She was tasked with cleaning kennels, a decidedly unglamorous job that left her clothes speckled with water and grime. Yet, as she scrubbed, she found herself making eye contact with the animals. A terrified beagle cowered in a corner, a boisterous bulldog snorted greetings, and a sleek black cat rubbed against the bars of its cage, demanding attention. It was when she was asked to walk a particularly anxious golden retriever named Buster that something shifted. Buster pulled and tugged a bundle of nerves until Ilara, on instinct, knelt down and spoke to him in a soft, even tone. She scratched behind his ears, murmuring reassurances, and watched as his rigid body slowly began to relax. For those 20 minutes, walking him around the small exercise yard, she forgot about the extra credit, the grime, the noise. She was simply there, connecting with a creature that needed her. When Buster leaned into her hand, his tail giving a tentative wag, a warmth spread through Ilara unlike anything she had experienced. It was a simple exchange, but it left an indelible mark. That 10 hours stretched into 50, then 100. The animal shelter became her second home. She learned the stories behind each pair of eyes, the subtle language of fear and trust. She saw the pure, unadulterated joy when an animal found its forever home, and the quiet heartbreak when one never did. Her shyness began to erode, replaced by a confident empathy. She learned to bathe a terrified cat, to administer medicine to a grumpy old dog, and to comfort the volunteers who sometimes cried when a beloved resident crossed the rainbow bridge. It was here, amidst the fur and the barks, that Ilara first understood the profound impact of showing up, of simply being present for someone or something that needed you. College brought new horizons and new needs. During her freshman year, she joined a student group dedicated to addressing homelessness in the city. Her evenings were spent at a soup kitchen, ladling out steaming bowls of chili, handing out warm blankets, and, most importantly, listening. The shelter was a bustling hub of humanity, a kaleidoscope of stories. There was old Mr. Henderson, who always asked for extra crackers and shared tales of his youth as a jazz musician. There was Maria, a young woman with a quiet dignity, who often brought her worn copy of a poetry book and would sometimes read a verse aloud in a hushed voice. Ilara learned that homelessness was not a monolith, but a complex tapestry of individual circumstances, unforeseen tragedies, and systemic failures. She learned that a kind word, a genuine smile, or simply remembering someone's favorite drink could offer a momentary flicker of light in their often dark world. The work was exhausting, sometimes emotionally draining, but the human connection was potent, addictive even. She saw resilience, humor, and an enduring spirit in the face of immense hardship. The summer after her sophomore year, Ilara took a leap. Instead of a traditional internship, she applied for a program that sent volunteers to rural communities in Central America to assist with sustainable development projects. She found herself in a small village nestled in the highlands of Guatemala, miles from paved roads and reliable electricity. The days were long, hot, and filled with physical labor. She helped construct a new schoolhouse out of adobe bricks, dug irrigation ditches for communal gardens, and taught basic English to children whose eyes held an ancient wisdom. The language barrier was challenging, but the universal language of a shared smile, a helping hand, and a genuine effort to understand transcended words. One afternoon, while working in the cornfields, an elderly woman named Elena approached her. Elena spoke no English, and Ilara's Spanish was rudimentary, but they communicated through gestures and shared laughter. Elena showed Elena how to properly harvest the corn, how to separate the kernels, and then, with a twinkle in her eye, invited her back to her small, vibrant home for a meal of fresh tortillas and black beans. Sitting on a woven mat, sharing food prepared with such care, Ilara felt a sense of belonging deeper than any she had known. She realized that volunteering was not just about giving, but about receiving stories, wisdom, kindness, and a profound understanding of interconnectedness. It was about dissolving the lines between giver and receiver, recognizing the shared humanity that bound them all. The experience taught her patience, adaptability, and the true meaning of community. It also ignited a fire within her, a desire to dedicate her life to service, not as a side project, but a central pillar. Upon returning home, Ilara's career path became clear. She shifted her major from business to social work, driven by a desire to understand the root causes of the issues she had encountered. Her volunteering continued, evolving as she did. She worked with refugees, helping families navigate the daunting complexities of a new country. She mentored at-risk youth, providing a steady presence and a listening ear. She joined advocacy groups, fighting for policy changes that would address systemic inequalities. There were moments of despair, times when the sheer scale of human suffering felt overwhelming, when bureaucracy stifled progress, and when burnout looming large. She learned to practice self-care, to set boundaries, and to lean on her fellow volunteers, who became a second family. She learned that even small acts, consistently applied, could create ripples of change. Now in her late 40s, Ilara runs a nonprofit organization that provides educational resources and vocational training to marginalized communities globally. Her life is a whirlwind of fundraising, program development, and field visits. The work is relentless, demanding, and often heartbreaking. But it is also filled with moments of unparalleled joy. Seeing a young woman graduate from their training program and secure a job, receiving a letter from a child who learned to read using books her organization provided, witnessing a community lift itself up through shared effort and new skills. When people ask her about her volunteering life, Ilara often smiles, a little wistfully. She doesn't see it as separate from her life. It is her life. It has defined her choices, shaped her character, and given her an unwavering sense of purpose. From the timid 10th grader cleaning kennels to the seasoned leader of a global organization, the thread of service has woven its way through every chapter. She has learned that compassion is a muscle that strengthens with use, that empathy is the most powerful bridge between people, and that the greatest reward lies not in what you receive, but in the quiet, profound satisfaction of knowing you have made a difference, however small, in the vast, intricate tapestry of human existence. Her life is a testament to the idea that helping others is not just an act, but a way of being. A continuous journey of learning, giving, and connecting. And every day, she still finds new ways to show up, to listen, and to offer a helping hand, carrying with her the memory of Buster's wagging tail and Elena's warm tortillas, reminders of where it all began.